aloha, aloha. As we continue to celebrate the arts, it's a grand day in Hawaii. It's even a better day to have this friend of mine, an artist, a practitioner, Mr. Kekai Kapu. Sir, aloha and good morning to you.
Aloha. Aloha, my brother.
For so many years, you've been coming here and you've been sharing your talent. But this is a great segment as we look back to the source, because now I get to sit and speak with you and get to learn about you. And I look at this source of what you have here, and everything is of the earth. Everything is of the earth. Is that what inspires you to move forward with your work?
Yes, it's all natural resources that that we receive, from the Wauku up in the mountains as well as in the ocean, So it's all there, all that what we need.
Who or what said to you one morning when you woke up, this is what I want to do?
Well, this is years of work. This is years of, what was done in the past, passed on for generations, as well as, from our Puna. And, it gets deeper, when you, put your hands to it, lay your hands, to the work. It inspires me more, to get deeper, utilizing the resources that come from the ocean, especially from the ocean. I'm a seaman myself, an ocean man. I love the guys very, very much.
And your name is Kekai?
Yeah. And that's the importance about that. But that's where you draw so much of that, that ike, that knowledge. Yeah.
And that ike, somebody had to teach you. Who was that person? If you don't mind me asking, some people like to keep it huna. Some will say, yes, he or she was my mentor. In your case,
many of us, like myself, of course, kupuna, kupuna, our parents, our grandparents, but more importantly, what exposed more of this, when the art of lua had come into play, into practice, within the past, I would say 25 plus years, they got more deeper, so that exposed a whole lot.
We mentioned a word called huna, and huna is to be kept within, to be kept as a secret. And there are many phases of huna that we go through and stuff, and some things are revealed, some things are not. Lua is another term that you use. Lua is the equivalent of our self-defense, per se, of the Polynesian, the Hawaiian person, being able to take things apart, but also being able to bring things back together again, correct? Okay, so we look at these weapons. What is the terminology for the Hawaiian weapons?
The meakaua.
Meakaua.
Yeah. Meakaua, yeah.
Let's start with that, your ma'a stones there.
Sure. These are very, very unique. And how, useful these stones were used, because as the Hawaiian sling that we call the ma'a, it's like David and Goliath. In old Hawaii, this was a skilled type of a firing weapon to be utilized. If you look at the shape and all, it looks like a football, but it's more like a bullet with the sling. So everything was utilized, from stone itself, Stone was used for many purposes. Like this piece over here, this is the ko'e that we utilize for digging the holes of the canoes down, as well as cutting trees down. Yeah, so this is a vital tool here. For the kaula itself, the lashing, we utilize majority more of the new, the coconut fibers. So, a lot of the pieces that lays before you, the bill of the swordfish, this is the bill of the swordfish, inlaid with niho mano, which is the shark teeth. Besides, whalebone, and the black is identified as the baleen, what traps the plankton, what the whales they eat. Whales don't have teeth. Well, it's the plankton, And I bring all these resources together. That's what it was. It was the mana, from the person that makes it to utilize for protection.
But it was also the mana of the material that you use,
Exactly.
the tenacity of the mano, just the fierce fight that this fish would put up, etc. So it's all symbolic, right? And I remember once we spoke and you said a word that everything has to be functional and practical. And these were not pieces of art, they were tools. They were the tools that we used, and it had to be functional. But again, the time to do it, you have to be very proud of the time you spent on this, creating this, huh?
Oh, yes.
So what do you feel when you accomplish this and you look at it?
Just working on the pieces, especially, knives and all. I'm a collector of knives, from all over. But the making, of something traditional, that wonderful feeling, the gratitude feeling that you have, when you accomplish you know, a piece.
I noticed that besides miakawa, you have fishing implements
Yes.
as well. Perhaps explain to the world what those would be used for.
Sure. I'm a lavaya, and I'm a fisherman, you know, and in Otovai, you know, this is what we utilize. This is the hinae. Yeah. You know, traditional Hawaiian fish trap. What is caught, you take what you need, yeah. It swims on the inside, it gets trapped on the inside, and then you hemel from the bottom, yeah, to release what can be consumed. So that's what this hinae is all about.
Will there be larger ones for larger
yes.
fish?
Yes, there will be a whole lot larger.
So the bait will be placed in the bottom here.
Yes.
The fish will come in through here and then get confused and not be able to escape. Unless they were so small that they could come out through here,
Exactly.
which you wouldn't want anyway, right?
And then I have two other pieces over here. This is known as the luhe'e, the octopus lure. It was actually used, you know, in Old Hawaii for capturing of the octopus. And why is that? Because these two shells is known as the lehu. They love the animal in the shell. So this is like one, you know, what attracts, yeah, the he'e. Because I can drop this down, you know, in deep water. Before it even goes down, the he'e sees that, the octopus sees that, or the squid, they swim up right onto him and just grab onto it. All legs just lock onto him. So normally, you know, we normally yank on it, hook on it, yeah, and then this hook, you know, it snags it. But most of the time, you know, they ain't gonna let go of their bait. I mean, their food, yeah. So you go bring them up towards you, and then when you get them to the shoreline, automatically you're just gonna grab her.
Right.
Yeah. But most of the time, when they're not really caught, you bring them out of the water, they're gonna just leap right off of that.
I'll tell you, sir,
lehu.
I made one and I wanted to see if it worked, but I cheated. So I went diving and I saw the octopus in a hole and I dropped mine right in front of them and just pulled like this, and sure enough, the thing came out. Boom, he wrapped himself. He didn't pay attention to the hook. He just wanted this. And I said, okay, it works. So I let the head go and I have it at home now. I said, okay, I proved it. But again, to have the patience to, okay, how did you observe this? How did you tie? You had to tie the ocean.
Yep.
You had to tie the land.
The land.
You had to tie la'au,
Right.
and you had to tie, you know, you can make your hooks out of various ivory or however.
Oh, this is also the bailing of the whale.
Ah, okay.
Not like today we have metal. I used to make them with, you know, with the star hooks, but and it works very functional also, yeah. But that's today.
That's today.
This is yesterday.
But, you know, hey, I mean, to know these traits and to know these tricks, as our kupuna, our elders did, that's wonderful.
Yes.
That is wonderful. Yes. Absolutely.
Also, what before you is the leo mano. People look at it today as look kind of spooky and everything else.
Yeah.
It's scary. You know, don't want to get hit for something like this,
No.
but this was actually used, you know, for the protection of our li'i. You know, they love this tool. And you know, back in Lord Hawaii, it wasn't easy to get the manos, the niho mano. You know, was a skill, you know, of getting the, you know, the niho itself. Yeah.
The niho, the teeth of the shark. And this is, yeah, you would not want to get hit, cut, pierced. Yeah, this is sliced, diced, and everything else in between. And again, you're marking incredible work. Incredible work. Another variation here?
Yes, this one also too, you know, it's what I added with is the bill of the marlin. Yeah, everything that we caught from the ocean, yes, we consume it. But like the bones itself, you know, can be, you know, the scales of the fish, all of that was used for, yeah, in making miakawa.
So what lays in the future for you and your products? If anyone, did you find a sparkle in their eye to take your place?
Thank you so much. I get two of my mo'opunas, my grandsons right now. One of my grandsons is very, very into it.
Nice.
You know, I bring him to the Maui Ocean Center. I'm the cultural advisor for the Maui Ocean Center right now, and
Congratulations.
just to bring him, you know, into the park, have him to share what was passed down to him, same as, you know, what he sees the vision, what's passed down to me. Yeah, so he's taking that, you know, that step forward, because now he's making it. Nice. He loves making it. Yeah, he enjoys making everything that, you know, that Papa teaches him, but now everything to him is like, you know, is a new chapter in his life.
Sure.
Yeah,
sure.
To embrace.
A new chapter of the ancient chapter.
Yes, exactly.
But as I said, moving forward now, as we go into hopefully a much better year in 2022 and stuff, you'll be bringing him with you to the Celebration of the Arts?
Seen him.
Yeah. Is he going to be speaking like you as well?
I'm sure he will, because he's not ashamed. He's not ashamed,
okay.
you know, of sharing. You know, he loves to share, you know. especially love to share the things that he makes now.
Yes, yes. And I think that's a very valuable asset, because with the message that Hawaii has to share, it's about creating allies in our cause, in and awareness of our history, the accomplishments, sometimes the failures, but nonetheless, we move forward with the canoe, and we want to send a message to the world that we are indeed a people. We were very, very accomplished in what we set out to, in our goals and stuff. And you are a perfect example, and your entire family is a perfect example of what we did. So, you know, I look at these things and I'm in amazement, and I hope we have you and your ohana back here in 2022.
Oh, no doubt about it.
Can we count on that?
No doubt about it.
All right. Well, Kekai, I want to thank you for coming and sharing. There's so much more that you have to offer. I know this is just a touch, because I know you make ihe as well, correct?
Yes.
And ihe is related to, is in relation to the spears, the different lengths of spears and the different strategies of the spear stuff. So there's much more to be learned. Stay tuned. 2022, live celebration of the arts. Aloha.
Mahalo.
Thank you.